What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Psybient. Indeed, we're back with some more acid-psybient from Zymosis, and this is actually a track from their first, and I say their, first self-released album, 2007. It's called Fragments, and the reason I say their is because at this point it was actually a duo. It was Dimitri, who still carries on the Zymosis name, and Grigory, who I don't know exactly when he left the group, but I know by the time you get into the middle of the 2010s it had become a Dimitri solo project. So regardless, this is from the first album Fragments when it was a duo. We're going to listen to a tune called Moment of Eclipse. This album and the tracks in it remind me of when I was first getting into Psybient and first starting to put together what were ultimately the initial ambient excursions. It wasn't called that yet. I didn't, at that point I was just posting them on a DJ site that I used, but after a couple years of that, that's when I got in touch with the Pure people, and eventually they gave me a platform on Sunday mornings to do 2.5 hours, which is to say like 2 Psybient mixes every week. So I was making like 8 a month, and that went on for a couple years. So ultimately I have multiple hundreds of ambient excursion mixes. But again, listening to early Zymosis and Carbon-Based Lifeforms and Solar Fields, Solar Quest, great artist, but a different artist who also makes ambient. Nevertheless, it reminds me of the earliest days of me getting into this kind of music, which is like 2009, 2010, and so on. So yeah, it's very nostalgic to me, in addition to still sounding really great 15 years later. So let's get to it. This is Zymosis from their first album Fragments, and the track is Moment of Eclipse. Love that bass riff. It's like the acid box can chirp and scream, but it can also give you a deep motor, a deep engine.
track into a cave. But it's leaving us behind, like we can't see where it is anymore. Nice bookending. Again, I love this album. It is not only still enjoyable to hear sonically, but it's very nostalgic as well. So this is not the last time we'll have listened to a track from the Fragments album.